gap. So
Yeah.
you're saying that there's a wage gap because women, because their gender?
Yeah, I would say that there's a wage gap, not only a wage gap, but I would say like a wealth gap. And I'd say that kind of goes back to like up until the 90s, women couldn't have a credit card.
You know, that was
Like up until 97, a man
97. A woman couldn't have a credit card.
No, you didn't let me finish that last point. Up until 97, a man could SA his wife, and it was not illegal under the law. If you were married, you could not charge a man with SA up until the year of 97. So I think there's a lot of ways that women have been institutionally oppressed. And number one, like just simply not being able to have a credit card, not being able to have your own bank account, like that kind of shit was going up until the 90s. And so a lot, like, I think marginalized cultures like are the same in a lot of ways, that it's like you've had your shit cut off for a long time. And so now you say, oh, now we're all equal, so we all have the same start. Well, it's like we started way the fuck back there.
Okay. So you're saying that the reason why women earn less and there's a wage gap is because of SA being allowed until 1997 within the confinements of marriage, and because women didn't have access to credit cards?
Yeah, I would say institutionalized financial oppression. That is the definition of financial institutional oppression.
Being a housewife used to be a status symbol. That's how we got into this mess. I've been through the history. So where women got confused is we started being told, oh, you don't have rights like a man. You can't vote like a man. You can't work like a man. You can't be in charge of your own finances. When that actually used to be a status symbol, because the poverty line was so great. To be a housewife actually was a status. To not have your own credit card, not have your own money, not have to worry about anything was a status symbol. And through history, we can see that because of the women's suffrage movement, which was valid. I'm not going to be like, but it was valid. But we got tricked right now because we're looking at it as like this demonic thing. Like, how dare I not have these rights and possibilities, when really it was a status symbol and it just changed.
Okay, hold on.
I mean, that doesn't really. So yeah. You didn't. Well, you still have to explain. Remember, you have to.
I mean, I know, but I'm, listening to this. The question was something about voting or whatever.
No, the question was, name one right or privilege that men have that women don't, outside of being able to have sex with women without judgment. Incredible. Yeah. When you're ready to answer that, let me know, and then you can interject.
I'm so sorry. That started with you. I've been into this. I'm so sorry.
So that's because you made that assertion. So I'm asking you, can you name one?
The vibe.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. There isn't really. I'll give you the answer.
I mean, you're right. There isn't, but I mean, it is what it is.
So then you're incorrect.
I guess my opinion is incorrect.
Yes.
But I stand on what the fuck I said.
You stand on being wrong. Okay.
I stand on being wrong and right, because honestly, at the end of the day, we need men. Shit, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all want to sit here and be females and act like we don't really need men, but we do.
No, oh my God, no.
Right, you're wrong. Okay, and then with you, okay, so you said that
I'm wrong
because you didn't really address what she said. You said that the suffrage movement. I get it, but the reality, if I'm going to come to a bottom line here, the reason why women,
run it back for me so I can remember.
No,
just run it back.
No.
We're gonna move on.
The reason why women earn less and there's a wage gap is because women deserve less, and the reason why they deserve less is that don't worry, I'm going to go through this systematically. Women earn less because women are inherently lazy when it comes to resource creation. Okay, going out, working more hours, working hard, laborious jobs, etc. This is why women, right, dominate college campuses, right? And then women screaming. Can you please stop interrupting or like interjecting randomly?
We don't need ad-libs.
Yeah, we don't need ad-libs. This isn't a Jim Jones song or a Young Jeezy song from 05. So yeah, just please be quiet. So anyway, what I was saying was women, right, earn less a lot of the times because they take more vacation time. Okay. They work less hours. They work jobs that are less dangerous. They are more prone to take paternity leave, etc. In general, women earn less because they deserve less most of the time. They also don't go into job fields that make more money. The top 10 jobs that pay the least, women go into those career fields. And the top 10 job fields that make the most, men go into those career fields. And 10 jobs that tend to make the most tend to be harder, more laborious, more hours needed, etc. Men are more willing to sacrifice to earn money because men understand that their value is derived from their title and how much they earn. Women, on the other hand, let's be honest, no one really gives a fuck about your title or how much money you earn or your status. Like, okay, it's cool.
I do.
That's cool. That's fantastic. But can you find a man regardless of your status?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Can a man find a woman regardless of his status?
100%.
No.
I've known a lot
Look,
of bum-ass dudes who find a woman.
No. That's fine. But to be able to attract the baddest chicks,
That's
you
not
have to
what
be
we're
a
talking
somebody.
about. You said end up with somebody. Find a woman or find a man, right?
What I'm trying to say is that a woman's status does not affect her ability to mate, but a man's status absolutely does affect his ability to mate because women date across and above hierarchies. Men don't. Men will date down all the times. There's a reason why a man that's a king will marry a peasant and turn her into a queen, but a queen will never look a peasant's way. We are not the same. So with that said,
okay.
I say all this to build to set it up.
Yeah.
The reason why women earn less is because they deserve less, because women don't have the same proclivity to go out and earn resources because it doesn't affect their attraction. It doesn't affect their sexual market value. Most women would prefer to have a strong man take care of them, be the breadwinner, stay at home and work a job kind of on their terms, not be a breadwinner. That's what most women want. So since most women understand that, I want a breadwinner, guys go out there and work. However, how many dumb, retarded bitches are able to get an attractive man? A bunch, right? Because men value beauty. They don't value success. Women, however, value success. So that is why men are way more driven than women to go out there and create resources. If you look at millionaires, you look at billionaires, etc., dominated by men. The highest earning individuals, dominated by men. The women that are billionaires get it through inheritance. So the reason why women earn less is because women deserve less. And it's even more pronounced because women dominate college attendance. There's more women in college, but why do men still earn them? Because to be honest, bottom line, women are lazy when it comes to resource creation.
I have a few points to touch on. Number one,
Sure.
Women outpacing men in college attendance is a recent phenomena. So you would assume that then the earning potential of women to increase would then be offset by a few years, right? So women have been outpacing men in college attendance for the past 10, 15 years. So these women who are fresh out of college, they are just starting to begin a career. So we have yet to see their full earning potential. Number two, you're talking.
There's a reason for that.
Which
women major in stupid majors that don't make money. If I'm going to be blunt about that, women tend to major in career fields in majors that don't have a high income capacity a lot of the time.
I'm not going to disagree with you there, but I'm going to again say that culturally, as I said before, women are taught to wait for a man to come around.
Are women human beings, sentient, able to make their own decisions?
1,000%.
Okay, so whose fault is it if they go into a career field that makes less money and major in something stupid that isn't going to make the money?
Nobody's fault at all. And I also want to say that
it's a woman's fault.
It's somebody's fault.
It's a woman's fault.
All right, sure.
Because here's the problem.
It's every individual's fault what they want to go into.
Bring this in because this is the problem. Women want to be able to be equal to men, have all the same authority as men, while simultaneously not having responsibility. If you go into a stupid career field, you deserve to make stupid money. But women want to be able to go into stupid career fields, say I'm strong and independent, and make the same as a man that goes into STEM, that goes into Alaska wild fishing, that goes into offshore drilling, that goes into police, go into military, etc. And they want to earn the same. No, I'm a proponent of you deserve as much as you work for. But most women don't want to work hard jobs. Let's be honest.
So can I ask you a question? Do you think that do you think a man working a laborious job, something very dangerous, deserves to make more money than a man who is a CEO who's racking in millions of dollars of profit annually for a company?
Well, here's the thing. The man had to rise through the ranks and build himself up to get to that position.
Not necessarily. Nepotism plays a huge role.
Nepotism.
Yes.
Okay.
And also politics. You're going to put the CEO, you're going to make sure that somebody who your shareholders like, who agrees with the people who are paying the bills.
That's a skill set, though.
Yeah.
Being liked and being socially calibrated and reading the room and being able to get investors to take you seriously and getting people to respect and follow you is a skill set.
I also want to say that statistically speaking, women out-earn men in CEO positions. They have
So where's your wage gap?
No, I'm saying they have of making the company more money. Women who are CEOs have a tendency to make the company more money than men who are CEOs. I
would like your stat on that because
Forbes. Look it up.
Women tend to run businesses into the ground because they operate on a communitarian basis, not a meritocracy.
Are we able to actually do a fact check? Because this is a statistic I know very well.
Let's do it.
Yeah, and
So
actually
you're telling
40%
me-
of women actually make up the workforce, and it's. But I will say this:
What companies are you speaking about specifically that are profiting more than? No.
I can't name these companies specifically. I'm just saying that I'm
Pretty much
quoting a fact from a
cosmetic and the beauty area.
No, as CEOs, women tend to out-earn men as CEOs,
But
like for the company.
honestly, if you want to be realistic with it,
No,
what companies are females really running?
you
CEOs,
go.
females are, what are they running? They're
There you
running
go.
beauty business. They're running fucking.
Not even that.
Exactly.
Thank you, go.
I'm
'Cause
done
it's-
talking.
it-
Exactly.
Well, and not only that, but I was gonna say women actually they did the study on women that were
What?
women that are CEOs. They actually did a projection to see how they would do in their long term the career, and they actually 9 times out of 10 end up retiring and being a housewife at the end.
A housewife.
So-
after working.
So the way
Doesn't
Because they
everybody
can't.
doesn't everybody end up retiring at the end?
No, but what
like
she's saying is that women are more likely to leave the workforce to pursue family and children over pursuing a career. Men
Because
are
they
more
can.
likely, because again, like I said before, men have a natural proclivity to create resources, whereas women don't. Right? I've always said typically women work these higher end jobs as a means to an end to find a man that makes more money than them, can take care of them.
But what
Most women don't
higher
want to be
job?
breadwinners in a situation where they're taking care of the family. They want to be with a man that earns a lot more money than they do so they can stay at home and work on their terms.
Well, I would also say that women are able to do something that men can't.
Such as?
Create a human life.
Okay, that doesn't refute my argument that women make less because they deserve it.
And actually, that would help the argument because once again, it's take leave.
That's
from
why
work.
they end up leaving.
Yeah, but I'm saying that creating, like, having and raising your children, I would not say is any less valuable work than you going out and creating the
No one
resources to
said
be
that.
able to
No one said
provide
that.
for
What
them.
I am saying is
No,
that
I'm
women
saying
earn less.
they earn less because they deserve less.
Yes.
Well, but they just made your children. They're taking care of your kids.
But I mean, they're
Okay,
not
stop,
really,
stop,
they're
stop,
not
hold on,
really
stop,
speaking
stop,
on.
stop.
They're not really
Stop.
speaking on
Yo,
making
stop
a kid.
interrupting.
Sorry.
You're making nonsensical comments that don't have anything to do with what we're talking about. And yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you just said, oh, well, having children is important. That's not the argument. I'm not saying that having children isn't important. It's extremely important. But the argument is simply that women earn less because they deserve less because they work less hard than men in general when it comes to the workforce. I'm not saying that having a child is a useless job. I think it's a thankless job. I think more women need to go back and have children. But let's not, be delusional here and not understand why women earn less. Women earn less, right? Because they deserve less, quite frankly.
Well,
that's what it comes down to.
I would say that there's a distinct difference between that statement, they earn less because they deserve less, which is where I would bring up, okay, well, we have your children, we raise them. That's something that you would pay. That's probably a priceless experience to you. Having
Okay, you're
somebody,
making an emotional argument. Let's talk facts here. I'm talking about if
conversely,
I'm a
you're talking
business
about
owner.
in the workforce.
If I'm a business owner,
Mhm.
right? I would prefer to hire a man who I know I'm going to be able to get 40 years out of versus a woman who's going to potentially have a child and leave the workforce. Now I'm out paying her paternity leave, etc.
So I'm going to bring that back to what you said before. Privileges that men have that women don't. So you just said you would hire a man over a woman. Is that not a privilege that a man has over a woman?
Using a hypothetical, and paternity leave is given to both genders. Nice try.
Paternity leave is not given to both genders.
Absolutely, it is. It's
Not-
given to men and women.
Not inequality.
What?
Like, how many companies are providing paternity leave to fathers?
They do.
Screaming.
They have to, because of the labor acts, the labor laws.
Is that true?
Yes.
Comparatively
It's
to
illegal.
women.
It's illegal. If you don't give they absolutely give paternity leave to both genders. Yes.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. And what was the point regarding that? So if both men and women get the same amount of paternity leave, then why would you hire a man
don't.
over a woman? They
Men
don't.
have less.
it's not the
men
same
have
amount.
no. Men
It's less
have
for
less.
men.
Yeah, men have a lot less time. They only have a
And
couple
they're less
of weeks
likely
be
to
there
actually take it.
because they won't give up that.
The point I'm
financial-
trying to make here, I get what you're doing. You're trying to like deflect it and make an emotional argument. Like, we're having your kids. Cool. That's fantastic. I'm not saying
No,
that's not important.
That's a very utilitarian argument, not an
but
emotional
what I'm
one.
saying is that I'm sticking to the topic at hand. I'm simply saying that the wage gap exists not because of gender. It exists because of personal choice. And women tend to make really bad choices when it comes to making more money and being successful in general, because women prioritize family and children over career, which is completely fine. But we can't sit here and say, oh, women earn less because they're female. No, they earn less because of their personal choices.
Well, wouldn't you say that men make the personal
Oh my
choice
God.
to go out and try and earn more
Can
money
I
for
say it
their
in a way
family?
that she's gonna
For their
understand
family.
it?
Yes, but that.
So
but
as
that,
a woman, for my family, then I would,
Can I
to be able
please-
to feed your children, have your
hold on,
children,
that's
like
fine.
you got
But
to
then
take
you
time
no
off work.
longer deserve to be paid as much as a man who's willing to make sacrifices you're not willing to make.
I am willing to make sacrifice. If I'm willing to sacrifice my career to have your children and raise them, that's a huge sacrifice.
Did you not just see what?
You're willing to
Say-
make
say it again.
sacrifices.
Did you
You're
not hear
willing,
what you just said?
Say it
you're willing to
again.
make it as a man, make a sacrifice to not be around your children to provide for our
Oh
family.
my God.
But
that's-
understand,
woman,
he's
I'm-
making that sacrifice to
That's
not
incredible.
take the maternity leave because his wife or his partner who's having the baby, who is making that choice
Okay.
to be at home to raise the kid and family, he cannot be at home to raise the kid and family. He got to go motherfucking work and pay the goddamn bills.
You guys are giving
You
it
know
from
what
the
I'm
wrong
saying?
perspective. If I'm a cold-hearted business person, I'm not going to hire you. I would rather hire him. He's a workhorse.
Period.
You're not a workhorse.
Right.
You're going to have a baby. You're going to leave me. He'll stay with me for life. He'll work those 16
Again,
hour
I
days.
bring that
If
back
I
to
give-
privileges men have over women.
But
No,
you
that's not
also
a
have
privilege. That's not a
privileges. Your
privilege.
privileges
A
was to
privilege
take the
is-
nine.
Because who's going to say that I have a kid? I don't
No,
have
no.
to have a kid.
I have a
Hypothetically,
kid.
It's a
I have
privilege
a kid.
that you assume.
Okay.
While you're
Hold on,
having
hold
the
on.
kid and taking the maternity leave, your man is going to work to pay the fucking bills so you could be at home
And he doesn't
and
have that
breastfeed
choice
your
like a woman
motherfucking
does.
newborn. Do you understand what he's saying?
So let's operate on logic here, right?
Yep.
If I'm a business owner,
I got it fresh.
That's what I said. Just take your heart out of it.
It's very simple. No one puts a gun to your head and tells you to have a child. If you choose to have a child, that's fine. But with that is going to come potential consequences.
And nobody puts a gun to your head and tells you to provide for your family either.
No, but that's the right thing to do as a human. You know,
As a
as common sense human, like what?
That's
Yo,
why I love
what?
men.
Yo,
They'll take care of
I'm
shit.
really.
What?
You have a college degree, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Do you not see the flaw in your logic of right now?
No, I wish. Tell me. Explain it to me.
Yo, I ain't
If a
even.
man is willing
Mhm.
to work more hours to provide for his family, he deserves to be paid more than the woman that's going to sacrifice working to have a child and stay at home.
You are speaking about a specific situation, right? A woman who stays home to have children, and a
Speaking
man.
on in general,
It's in
though.
general.
In general, not
But
on the
that's-
Pacific.
Hold on. Does the rest of you guys understand where I'm going
yeah,
with this?
right.
I'm
It's
Am I the only one that doesn't
yeah.
understand this?
Yeah.
You guys understand that if a man is more willing to work more hours to provide for a family, that by default
That's
means
daddy.
he's
Sure.
willing to work harder than a woman,
But you.
so he deserves to be paid
that's-
more.
This is the
That's a
problem. No, this is the problem. When you
hypothetical.
have all the
That's a
women
hypothetical.
understanding, when you have all the women understanding and two women
What?
trying to explain it to you and you still can't fathom it, that's
I
the
do
reason.
fathom it. I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm saying that he's talking about a
feel like you
specific
shouldn't play
situation.
devil advocate.
No,
No, you're
where
arguing
a
in bad
woman-
faith is what
This
you're doing.
this is reality. Though. I feel like you should stay in reality. I feel like you should
Hey,
stay
just shut
here
up,
in
bro.
human.
Just shut up. Just
you know
shut
what
up.
I'm saying?
Just shut up. Just shut up, please. If you're not gonna make actually like thought-provoking comment or whatever, like just don't speak. Okay, you're dumbing down the quality of the conversation for no reason. You're trying to demean her.
you're
Stop
right.
that shit.
I mean,
Stop that
you're
fucking
right.
shit.
Okay, sorry. Damn. Shit.
So I
No,
just
no,
wanna
I'm not
say-
gonna choke because you've been doing that the whole time. Like, stop.
I'm
Stop.
biased.
If you're gonna
as
make a
fuck.
comment, make it intelligent. No, it's fine. Keep the mic next to you, but just be quiet and don't speak unless you're gonna say something that's actually like thought provoking or whatever. Don't hurt the quality of the show with ad libs and stupid shit and try to make her look dumb.
I'm not trying to.
You are trying to
I'm okay.
show respect for other people on the panel. Anyway, like I was saying before,
Not
We're good. We're good.
yeah. Okay.
We
You
good.
know where I'm at.
if a man's willing to work more hours and make sacrifices, he deserves to be paid more than the
You're-
woman that wants to have a family.
You're using a specific situation and applying that
I'm using
across
your
the
example.
board.
That's
Right?
quite literally what you said.
I didn't say that men are willing to work more hours than women. I'm just saying that you said, do women deserve to make less because they do less work? My argument is that women are doing work by having and raising your children. So I don't think that they deserve to make less. I think that while a
They
woman
do because they're not putting that work into the company.
that is an assumption that you are applying to women across the board. I'm saying that the wage gap exists whether or not you decide to stay home and have children. I could be a lesbian, I could never have kids, and the wage gap still applies to me, even though I'm not a mother who wants to stay at home
No,
with
it
my
does
kids.
not, because if you actually equate hours worked, okay, if you equate hours worked, experience, degrees held, type of job, etc., when you equalize everything, the wage gap, guess what? It evaporates.
Sacrifice.
It's gone.
So
When you
at
actually-
first you were saying
when
the
you
wage
actually-
gap exists because women deserve to make less, and now you're
Yes.
saying that it evaporates?
No. Okay. Wow.
Hmm.
I'm saying the wage gap exists because of choice. Women make choices, correct?
Yeah,
Can we
everybody
agree?
does. Yeah.
Okay. Women make choices on what career field they want to go into, what education they want to pursue,
hmm
etc. Correct? Okay. Those choices directly influence how much money you make.
1,000%. Absolutely agree.
Okay.
The wage gap that I am referring to is two people who have the same job, the same position, the same amount of degrees, the same experience.
Uh-huh.
One is a man, one is the woman. The woman is paid less.
That's not true. That is a fallacy, 1,000%, because when you actually compare apples to apples, same degree, same education, same everything, it's equal. As a matter of fact, women earn a little bit more when they did this study at Google. when you actually equal everything. And then on top of that, you want to add in affirmative action, discriminatory hiring, where they prefer women over men. There's female-only job listings out there for certain career fields that are male-dominated. You will never see that the other way around. Like, I would argue women have way more opportunity and still make less because of personal choice. But when you actually equalize everything, the wage gap is gone. The reason why the wage gap exists is because they compare all working men to all working women. Well, guess what? All working men versus all working women is very vast because you have different degrees, different jobs, different hours work, different levels of laborious work, all this stuff. But when you actually equalize a man and a woman working the same job field, same experience, same degree, same everything, wage gap is evaporated. It's gone.
And also, it's illegal to pay somebody less off of gender alone. So that would be illegal.
But this is the thing. No one wants to admit this, but I will say it. Women earn less most of the time because they deserve less. Women are lazy when it comes to resource creation in general. Are there go-getter women out there that will go out there and make a bunch of money? Absolutely. But that is a minority of women in general. Most women are not entrepreneurial minded like that. Most women aren't go-getters like that. Most women aren't risk takers. Most women are risk averse. Most women prefer safety and security through a man if they can get it. And if given the opportunity, they will take that every single time over working their own job and creating their own security. That's just how it is.
I would qualify having and raising children as resource creation.
Wait, for a company? How?
No, not for a company. That is just in general resource creation.
But that's the argument here. Wage gap with a company. How does you having a kid help me as a business owner?
I'm sorry.
Please tell me.
I agree.
And secondly, logically speaking, if I'm a business owner, I can hire you and pay you way less than paying him. I'm gonna hire all women. What's the point of hiring men for?
Well, I mean, you got a point there. I'm gonna be real with you. You got a point there.
Why would I hire?
And I do think that you have a point too. I think that like across the board, like you see much more, like many more males going into fields like executives, doctors, and so on and so forth. But I think that also has to do with culturally how women are raised. I think that we need to be raising more women, more young girls to be interested in becoming doctors, becoming corporate.
No,
They're not because women in general are lazy when it comes to resource creation. I can't tell how many times we've had girls on this show. I was in law school. I was in med school. I left though because I didn't want to do that shit. Like women are way more willing to give up on a career field if it doesn't align with their dream, right? I can't tell you how many female artists I've spoken to that pursue music or art or some other fashion, whatever. Women are more willing to give up a career field to do what they want. And the reason for that is because no one gives a fuck how much money a woman makes. A woman could be a poor artist and still find a rich man. Men can't do that though. I want to be an artist. I want to be a rapper. Nah, I better go get this engineering degree because
gotta pay bills.
The bitches aren't gonna fuck with me if I'm a bum.
Yeah.
Men are way more likely to make career field sacrifices in the pursuit of getting resources to get mating options than women are, because women can still get mating options while being a bum, but a man can't. That directly influences our decisions. You disagree with what?
I disagree that men can't get women if they're bums. The woman of your dreams, maybe not, probably not. But
they can
a
smash.
bum,
Being a bum.
no, you can definitely. They're called hobosexuals.
Okay.
A man who lives with a woman just because she got a house.
Yeah,
okay.
but you also
who has
have to
more
have the
options?
looks
A
and
man
all
that's
that
a
stuff.
hobosexual, as you claim, or a man who has money?
Obviously, a man who has money.
Okay. So wouldn't it be better to have money so that you have options versus tolerating rude, disrespectful women that treat you like a hobo?
Sure, but you're just saying ability to get a woman, ability to get a man, right?
As in get
a bum man can still get any, like
can
get not
smash,
any woman, but he can
Who
definitely
has
get
more
a
options?
woman.
Who has more options? A
That was
woman
the
making
original
$20,000 per year,
question.
or a man making $20,000 per year?
Yeah, you're absolutely
Man.
right. A woman making 20K has more options.
So her social status has zero influence on her ability to make, correct?
I would say it does not have zero influence on it. I would say as a woman who makes a competitive salary, you have a higher social status, correct?
Do men care about social status?
I think so, yeah.
The answer is no.
You don't
woman's-
care about social status.
no.
So
Not
you
at
don't
all.
care at all. You would
You guys
you would
don't, but
settle
the
for a
guys.
woman
McDonald's.
who is basically leeching off of you and taking your resources, as opposed to going
If she's
after
a
a
good
woman who could
woman.
actually contribute to your net worth.
See, this is where women are completely clueless when it comes to what men
Can I
want.
say something?
No,
Wait.
Sure, for a little bit.
the more money a man has, the more status a man has, the less he cares about a woman's status. Ta-da.
I would say the same thing for women. The more status and money a woman has, the less I care about the status and money of a
a
man.
lie.
Yeah,
That's
really?
a lie. On average, that's a lie. I have a bunch of girlfriends. They make a bunch of money. They will not go out with a man that's less than them. Absolutely not.
Question, real quick. Ladies
I'm talking
in
about
here
cougars.
that make
No, I'm not
money.
talking about
Who wants to pay
cougars.
for their man forever?
I won't pay for a
Say it
man
again,
forever. Hell
say it
no.
again.
So let's say you make money, right? More than your guy. You want to pay all his bills?
Hell no.
No.
Fuck.
You?
No.
You?
No.
So you're gonna pay all your guys' bills?
Mm.
No, I will not.
There it
But I
is.
also am never going to ask a man to pay all my bills either. So that's just my own standard, personally.
But we're just saying, naturally speaking, if that's the whole setup right there, where you're making more money than your man, you're not gonna want to take care of him. So your money doesn't really matter.
No, but honestly, if I
If
see
the guy makes
if I
money.
see in a man like a partnership, a real partnership, and he is providing for me in ways that are not financial, then I will pick up the tip. I'll pick up the bill.
So you said
and
you
the
dated
tab.
bumps before, right?
Oh yes.
Where are they now?
Still bumming
Bumming.
Okay, so
with some other bitch who taking care of them now, not me.
but why not you? You said you don't mind taking care of your man.
I did not see the potential for a beneficial partnership to me at the end of the day.
The argument was simply a woman's social status
Mhm.
doesn't inhibit her ability to mate. A man's social status does. Do you not understand this concept? A man, if you take all things equal,
Ability to mate, period. Not just
Yes.
with the person of your choice. Ability to mate.
that's the
across
ability
board.
to mate.
No. Is of the person of your choice or just the ability to mate? Because there's a lot of female sex
Prostitutes don't
workers.
count. I'm talking about actually being able to build attraction and genuine desire with a woman. A man's social status absolutely plays a role in that. A woman's does not. Like, I don't, like, do you not understand? Like,
No, I do.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
so then what do you,
What are you arguing then?
Yeah.
My argument was simply that as a woman, I know a lot of women who take care of men. And I also think that men can have sex regardless of their social status, just like women.
They can have sex,
but their options are significantly limited compared to if they had more status and money.
Again, so let's draw a comparison. It's not equal comparison, but for a woman who's attractive versus a woman who's not. So a woman who is physically attractive can sleep with whoever she wants to, right?
Yes.
Versus a man who is not at all. He's not physically attractive. He can't sleep
Are
with
you
whoever he
aware of the
wants to.
fact that an average looking woman has more dating pull than a celebrity male?
According to what? Based on what?
Dating apps, statistics, Instagram response rates, etc. An average woman has more pull, more options than a celebrity male.
That's news to me.
That's why. She don't know.
Yeah, you're very, and here's the thing, like, this is what I mean when I say like women can kind of go through life and not understand the male perspective on anything because men come up to you, so you don't have to go fuck about the male perspective. But men, on the other hand, have to understand women, right? Like, you can run around and say arbitrary, random things like the vibe. I have to know what the fuck the vibe is to get laid. See, it's funny because you'll say the vibe. I have to know exactly what the vibe means. You might not even know what it means, but I have to know what it means to get laid. Men must understand women to fuck. Women don't have to understand men to get them.
I would say that women have to understand the male gaze in order to be attractive to men.
Excuse me?
The male
Women
gaze?
have to, yes, the male gaze. Women have to understand what a
Please
man finds
define-
attractive in order to.
Women have to
be
understand
that.
men to get married and to keep a man, but they don't have to understand men at all to attract them.
Agreed.
That's my point. So for a man to have the most options, he must acquire status and resources. For a woman to get the best guy, she doesn't have to acquire status and resources. The point is, success for a man is mandatory. Success for a woman is elective.
That's a choice.
It's all choice.
It will not, you being successful will not impact your ability to secure a mate. Me being successful will directly impact my ability to secure a mate that I want.
Yes.
You will
well,
still have choice. You will still have choice
Of course.
as a female.
Well, but personally, of my choice, a mate of my choice, right? My social status will affect my ability
No,
to
it
have
won't.
a
You
man
could be a
of my
waitress
choice.
at Kiki on the River and meet a multimillionaire that will take you to Poppy Steak that
If you're
night.
the kind of guy who doesn't give a
If
fuck what
I'm a
I'm doing
waiter-
with my life, you are not the man for me.
Most
If
men
you are
don't
a type
give
of man,
shit.
well, but if you are that man, you really don't give a fuck what I'm doing with my free time, you are not my man. Because my man is going to be invested in my dreams and my ambitions just like I am his.
Okay, let me ask you this. Your dreams and your ambitions. Let's say those dreams and ambitions don't make money. Do you think he's going to break up with you? The answer is no. But let's say my dreams and ambitions don't make money. You're definitely breaking up with me.
I know a lot of women who date men who got no dreams, no ambitions, or whose dreams and ambitions are leading them nowhere.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
There's always a time clock on it is the
Yep.
point.
Right.
Even you yourself.
When
And-
women pay the bills, there's a fucking shot clock. When men are paying the bills, they're willing to go the whole game.
And again, how long are these relationships lasting? Like a woman, you can secure any man you want for how long? How many times are men leaving women for a younger, hotter version
Rarely.
of them?
Rarely.
Rarely.
Men-
Really.
Women
That's
initiate.
not a story you've heard over and over again.
Well, here's the
A
thing.
man leaving a woman because she got too old, she had too many kids.
Women initiate 80%